least now I'm on, and I fucking did it again and started talking without fucking... Gotta turn the fucking microphone on. Not gonna say stupid. Not gonna say stupid. Let me check. Because it's not muted. Nope. Hey, comics. I shouldn't be muted again, but I'll be right back. Penny wants in. She didn't come in when I asked her to. Come on! Come on, Cookie Head. Come on, Cookie Head. No, don't sit. Don't sit. You go grow in the house. Come on. Come on. Come on. You alright, dude? I swear, one of these days I'm gonna freaking fall and break my neck. Alright. Yeah, it was when you typed that because my dumbass had it muted initially. And I did it again. Alright, I'm trying to stop doing that, but... So, I had a modification done. Got his whiskers put on. Whiskers. Alright, so... Here's the information I was given. Here's the information I was given today. This is face-to-face. Trying to think of how to... Okay, it's face-to-face information I was given. Not going to say who it was. And he can't say who he got it from either. Because it's a Special Forces individual that isn't Special Forces anymore and is a reporter now. Not sure when this happened, but it's relatively recently that he got kicked out of Chyna. Now, here's where we find out if I'm going to get kicked off of here or not. Got kicked out of Chyna, and he said that everybody in that country, they're going at it as they're putting it out there, the propaganda that they're at war with us. They're at war with us already, according to Chyna. That's what he said. That's why he got kicked out, because he heard that. And what are they going to do? They're acting like idiots around here. Meaning Joe Schmo and his hoe. I don't know, y'all. That's some crazy ass shit. And I'm not liking it. Because that's a reliable person that I got it from. Oi! Stop messing with the bag. Oi, that stupid cowlick is... Stupid cowlick is doing stupids. But... That's the information that I had that I wanted to get out and put out, like, right now. No, comics. Not what I mean. Hello, how are you, Shiloh? And no, this is recent. As in, this guy got kicked out of Chyna recently. He's a reporter, and he said that all the propaganda that they're doing and putting out there is saying that they are already at war with us. Not the stuff that I know what you're talking about with the garbage that the garbage from the 80s. I remember what you're talking about. It's just that this is specific information from someone who was there, and it's only one time removed. Yeah. Holy crap, right, Shiloh? So, I don't know. So far, so good. I'm still on here. Go figure. Put it over here. Oh, right there. I'm not liking it. Let's just put it that way. So, I'm going to change gears because that is all the information that I have, that I was given, is that they are really, really pushing it, playing it up big time. I wanted to put that out there. Information that was given, it was told to him, he told me. Directly from the source, pretty much, because the person I got the information from is 100% reliable. Yes, comics, I know. They said that back in the... I remember that. I remember all that garbage. But I'm just saying that my information isn't that. My information is from a United States citizen who was Special Forces and is then and is done with that and is a reporter. This is recent. This isn't related to that. This is recent. He got kicked out of Chyna, is what I'm saying. No, Shiloh, I think it was before that, which is makes you wonder. I think it was before that, which, that wasn't that long ago. But I'm going to drop it. I'm dropping it because the rest of anything that I could do would just be speculation. And I don't like speculating because that's a rabbit hole that you can go down and never dig yourself out of. So, first thing that happened today well, no, it happened, this is about 8 hours ago. Y'all are not gonna frelling believe this. Whoops. Hold on. I freaking hate when it does that. Alright. So, thank you for the cyber hug. Alright. So, here we go. This, can you see the writing up there? This is insanity.
First Lady Jill Biden spent International Women's Day giving the Woman of Courage Award to a biological male. Watch.
In Argentina, Alba Ruada is a transgender woman who was kicked out of classrooms, barred for sitting for exams, refused job opportunities, subjected to violence, and rejected by her family. But in the face of these challenges, she worked to end violence and discrimination.
What the fuck is this? What is this? This is a man playing female, mocking women. This is mocking us. I just, I can't, I just can't. I just can't. This is bullshit.
Against the LGBTQI. These challenges, she worked to end violence and discrimination against the LGBTQI plus community in Argentina.
Host of Fox Across America on Fox News Radio and Fox Nation, Jimmy Fallon joins us now.
Hey.
Jimmy, if I remember one thing from a previous hit, people like when I read texts, the woke wordplay text. So here we go. This award winner wanted to change the name of the National Women's Conference to the Plurinational Conference of Women and Lesbian Crossdresser Trans.
Oh, fuck that. No, I'm not. I'm not watching any more of that. Because everything he just said right there just pissed me right the fuck off. The person that was given the award wanted to change the title of the award thing or whatever to that big, long, cross-dressing, all of that garbage. So, I usually don't jump on stuff that just, is just going on, but this is more of that insane world that you and I already know about.
Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson.
This is the one before last night's. But I got Penny a new toy. And yeah, she's squeaking it. And I don't think you guys can hear it. If you can, I'm sorry.
And tonight, one of the hallmarks of people who are telling the truth, in case you were wondering how to tell the difference, is that people who are telling the truth are calm. They don't wave their hands around and make wild accusations.
Waving the hands. Leave that part out because I do that. I'm Italian. It's kind of in my, DNA.
They don't need to do that. It's enough to say what they know. And if honest people turn out to be wrong about something they have claimed, they'll admit it. They don't double down on false. They made a mistake, and that's okay. It's not like they're claiming to be God. Liars behave differently. Liars are touchy, sometimes to the point of hysteria. They're hiding something. That's the whole point of lying. And they're worried you're going to find out what it is.
Imagine that. Imagine that. We don't have to imagine it. It's happening right in front of us.
Liars are fragile because over time, lying makes you weak and afraid. That has the same effect on countries, by the way. We're living through one of those clarifying moments, which actually we're thankful for, where we're learning exactly who the liars are. On Monday, we showed you unreleased videotape from January.
Now, hang on. I'm sure a lot of you already have watched that videotape, and I'm not going back onto that. But I lost my... Hold on. Maybe I'll get it back. I'm pissed off about this, and it's scrambling up my freaking brain here.
We're learning exactly who the liars are. On Monday, we showed you unreleased videotape from January 6th. That tape proved that 3 of the most important claims our leaders have made about that day were untrue. Their claims were lies.
Lies. That's why I love watching this guy. Tucker Carlson tells the truth. Anything that the Democrats or all their smokescreen bullcrap that they're blowing out into the world is just that. Smokescreen bullshit, gaslighting, baloney. The reason why I know this, and I know why he's right, that a liar, once their lie starts getting uncovered, where they go ape shit. Because that is... Hey, Craig! Welcome back. Sorry, I screwed up the first one. So, the individual that I married and then moved out here about 9 years ago or some... I don't remember. 9, almost 10 years. He was verbally, physically, and mentally abusive to the point where I was questioning my own sanity. And when I started finding out all of the crap that this idiot was doing, he would rage because I would ask him flat out, and I'm not going to go into what he would say or what he would do or anything, but what he said about, the gesturing and flailing hands and stuff like that, I don't do like that. I do like this. And sometimes it's down here anyway, so you guys don't really see it unless it's over here. And gaslighting. Yes, Shiloh. Thank you. I thought I said that. Thank you. I needed to say that. Oh, his whiskers are itching. But having experienced that and then having watched the video of Dipstick Mr. Fuck, what the hell is his name? Schumer. Amy Schumer's cousin, uncle, whatever. Which is... won't even go there. He's exactly right. But this is something that we have all known. This is just confirming, yet again, conspiracy theorists. We were right.
claims our leaders have made about that day were untrue. Their claims were lies. We were not shocked to discover that. We knew there was a reason that congressional leaders had been hiding the tape and that reporters in Washington weren't demanding to see it. They were lying to us, obviously. That's why you hide things. But what was actually surprising, what we can't quite get over even now, is how they responded when they were caught lying. They didn't seem embarrassed. They didn't apologize. They weren't even curious to learn more about what actually happened on January 6th. Let's see the tape. No, they didn't want to see it. They exploded in rage. And then, as liars tend to do, they doubled down.
Which is exactly what that jackass did to me. And then he turned around and told the story and gaslit the fucking army. And as a result, my defending myself when he came at me, the army said that I was an aggressor because I defended myself.
They told the same lies they've been caught telling, but with even greater aggression this time. Shut up, it's midnight, they said as the sun rose behind them. Who acts like that?
Yep,
well,
we were,
sociopaths
Papa.
do. And in this case, the sociopaths turned out to be both Democrats and Republicans.
This is the part that pisses me off.
The commitment to lying in Washington is far deeper and more bipartisan.
See, this part that he's going to get into, yet the fact that we were right all along and that everybody said we were full of shit, we're never going to get apologies for that. Just like we're never going to get apologies for the retards, the ones that want amnesty for the frickin' COVID bullshit and all that. Oops. I said a C word. YouTube doesn't like that word. Anyway. He's explaining it. That's my experience is how I know he's telling the truth. 100% telling the truth. Because what he's describing is exactly what fucking happened.
Even then we realize, and we follow this stuff for a living. Now, you sometimes hear people say that the whole partisan system is an illusion, and that underneath the manufactured debates, the leaders on both sides are in fact secretly united in a common love of...
Exactly. Common love of money.
Debates, the leaders on both sides are in fact secretly united in a common love of money and power, and the deception required to get them. And honestly, we could never really bring ourselves to believe that. It's just too dark. But now we do believe it because we have seen it. Consider the death of police officer Brian Sicknick. Now, we still don't know exactly how Officer Sicknick died. We're not certain that anyone does know. No one has explained it. But after reviewing the previously withheld video evidence...
Okay, now this one. Shiloh, I didn't know that. I'm going to go and look into that because Senator Kennedy, you know better than that. So I'm going to go look and see if he jumped on that bandwagon. I got to go look for that. But, no, I forgot what I was going to say. It'll come to me.
Does know. No one has explained it. But after reviewing the previously withheld video...
Oh, Sicknick, the guy that they kept saying was killed? That somebody hit him in the head with a fire extinguisher? Check this shit out.
Evidence, we can tell you with certainty that Officer Sicknick was not beaten to death by Trump voters at the Capitol. The tape shows very clearly Brian Sicknick walking through the building in apparent health after the media told us for 2 years that he had been murdered. So they were wrong about that. Okay, they got caught. Here's the interesting thing. They won't admit it. Liz Cheney's tweet is still on Twitter tonight. Officer Sicknick was killed defending our Capitol from the violent mob on January 6th.
Fuck you, Liz Cheney.
Anderson Cooper of CNN still has not apologized. Quote, Officer Brian Sicknick died after being hit in the head with a fire extinguisher during the fight, he told us. Those are lies. So why not just admit it and move on? But they won't. In fact, this week, the White House trotted out both the press secretary and...
Oh, we ain't even gonna go into the freaking press secretary dumbass who loves to lie. The question is she being told to lie and being a good little puppet? Or is she just that damn stupid that she believes it all and is saying it and actually believes it?
Joe Biden's Attorney General, the Attorney General of the United States, to claim not just that Brian Sicknick was actually murdered by Republicans at the Capitol, but that other officers were murdered too.
Check this shit out.
It's almost beyond belief. Watch this.
The range of bipartisan lawmakers, you heard them all yesterday. You guys reported on it, who have condemned this false depiction of the.
I cannot stand this female. Ugh. Somebody that is that blatant with their lies deserves to be freaking throttled or something. I'm just saying.
Unprecedented violent attack on our Constitution and the rule of law, which cost police officers their lives.
It was a violent attack on a fundamental.
This is the bitch that pisses me off even more, though.
Tenet of American democracy, that power is peacefully transferred from one administration to another. Over 100 officers were assaulted on that day. 5 officers died.
5 officers died on that day. Now, that's just not some guy on Twitter. That's the Attorney General of the United States. That's a man whose honesty is central to his job. If you had a choice between IQ and integrity in an Attorney General, of course you would go with integrity because it's essential.
Exactly. That is exactly the way it should be. I don't know, Shiloh, I gotta tell you, Saki, yeah, she was a freaking idiot, but this chick, just saying, I'm just clapping. Yeah, he does it exactly, and Tucker says that too, but
States, that's a man whose honesty is central to his job.
Yes, his honesty. What he said about if we had a choice between IQ and integrity, need to have the integrity, and he has none.
The choice between IQ and integrity in an Attorney General, of course you would go with integrity because it's essential. But Joe Biden's Attorney General, Merrick Garland, is a liar. He just lied about something that is provably false.
This is the fact that this is happening in our time, that it's almost to the fact where you could actually think and question your frigging sanity. What is wrong with these people that everything they lie about and then double down on, they think we're fucking stupid? Why? It just doesn't compute.
Who are these 5 officers who were, quote, killed that day? Notice he didn't tell you. No one ever tells you. No one ever shows you their autopsies. They don't want any detail. They just want the slogan. Now, they're counting Brian Sicknick. That's a lie. But who are the other 4? Well, those are 4 officers who killed themselves.
Suicide.
After January 6th, in some cases, long after January 6th.
I feel for those guys' families. And I can understand it, even just from being out here, being outside looking in. That's something that is believable. That amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? Damn it. Hopelessness. After what they saw and how their country, and they kill themselves. These people, Pelosi should be in jail for the rest of her life, because this is all on her, because she has control, and she had control then. It's all on her.
But their suicides, we know for a fact, were the result of the Republican mob at the Capitol. It's just false. And it's not some esoteric fact. That fact is available to anyone who has internet access. No police officers died that day on January 6th. None. Not one. Some were assaulted, that is true. and their assaults are indefensible.
Definitely.
So how many were assaulted? Well, Garland said over 100. The Government Accountability Office says the number is 114, and we're just going to roll with that. We don't know if it's true, but we'll take it at face value. And that is
Probably
bad.
isn't true.
We are opposed to assaulting police officers in any context. We said that on January 6, 2020, and we'll say it again, we're against that. But is January 6th the worst assault on the U.S. government since the Civil War? That's insane. It's not even close. How about March of 1954, when Puerto Rican separatists shot 5 congressmen in the Capitol building? 5 members of Congress shot in the building.
Oh, but
it's all bad.
This is worse.
But the worst since the Civil War, you're just a flat-out liar if you're saying that. More recently, this is an event we all remember, Antifa descended on Washington, D.C. to force the sitting president from office. But it was Trump, so that's cool. And while they were there, they set a historic Christian church on fire, St. John's in Lafayette Square. Do you remember that? You should, because it happened Labor Day weekend less than 3 years ago. And when it happened, the left-wing mayor of Washington, D.C. refused to allow her police department, the MPD, to assist Secret Service agents while they were under siege and getting beaten. No, she made her cops stand back and watch it happen. And they were very upset about it at the time. You may have forgotten that. Here's what it looked like.
I didn't forget. This little bastard fucking throwing.
I believe there are several fires raging now down this street, and this is what you hate to see. There are people throwing fireworks and who knows what else.
Good night, Shiloh.
And that crane is just fully engulfed.
Bye, comic. Sorry.
It's bad. They just set fire to St. John's Church.
So, what you're going to see, they didn't just sort of light it on fire. This is on fucking fire. Look at that.
You're good, man. Come on. Come on, man. Why you gotta do this, man?
There's burning a church across from the White House. Those are the George Floyd riots. So what was the toll there? Now, we're not going to guess. We're going to go again right to the government. According to a recently released GAO report last month, during those attacks, the 2020 attack on the White House by left-wing mobs, who were quoting, Federal Protective Services, the Secret Service, and the Park Police reported that at least 180 officers were injured during the demonstrations, including concussions, lacerations, exposure to chemical gas, and severe burning. So, while stipulating that all riots are bad, because precision matters, facts matter, the truth matters, here's the truth. More cops were injured by Kamala Harris's favorite mob, BLM, at the White House than were injured by Trump voters at the Capitol on January 6th. A lot more. So again, to be clear, both events are bad, but here's the key. We only remember one of them. Why? Because the people in charge of history are liars. Liars. And lying is bad. And on a national scale, it's deadly. It's corrosive of everything that is good in the country, including trust and your grasp on reality itself. And that's what they...
There it is. Trust and grasp on reality itself. If I was like, say for example, this is just hypothetical now. All right, I just woke up from a coma that I was in for 10 years. All right. And this is what I'm seeing when I wake up. I'd think it was a nightmare. I would think that I'm still out because, still in the freaking coma. Because this is ridiculous. This is insanity. And it's happening now, right in front of us.
Is good in the country, including trust and your grasp on reality itself. And that's why they try to make you lie. Men can become women. Climate change is an existential threat, or whatever the lie is they're making you tell. They don't believe it. They know you don't believe it. But by forcing you to repeat it, they degrade and control you. They make you less of a person. They also hurt individuals. We told you Monday about Navy veteran Jacob Chansley. He was tried by the media, convicted of being a domestic terrorist, and sentenced to 4 years in prison.
The QAnon show.
What exactly was Jacob Chansley's crime? Well, no one was ever very precise about that. Here's what the media told you it was.
In his horned helmet, fur pelts, and face paint, Jacob Chansley became known as the QAnon shaman. But prosecutors called him the most prominent symbol of a violent insurrection.
He's been in jail since January, and he's trying to get out.
Look at this fucker's happy face. He says he's been in jail since January with a little friggin' smirk.
Prosecutors say he is still too dangerous to release.
Make no mistake, Chansley is a stone cold thug.
He kept saying, I'm not violent, I'm peaceful, I'm a shaman. But then you put those images, what you were just talking about, you put those images together, and that isn't an image of peace.
Oh, look, he looks so
the new face of extremism.
Remains behind bars. It's the new face of extremism. Jacob Chansley is the new face of extremism. He's a stone-cold thug. Prosecutors say he is too dangerous to release. And most people believe that because why wouldn't they? They were told it, and there was no evidence to the contrary. And now there is evidence to the contrary. We brought it to you Monday. The video that we reviewed at great length over 3 weeks showed with precision what Jacob Chansley actually did inside the Capitol. And here's what it looks like once again. Here's video of Chansley in the Senate chamber. Capitol police officers take him to multiple entrances and even try to open locked doors for him. We counted at least 9 officers who were within touching distance of unarmed Jacob Chansley. Not one of them even tried to slow him down. Chansley understood that Capitol Police were his allies. Video shows him giving thanks for them in a prayer on the floor of the Senate. Watch.
Thank you, Heavenly Father, for giving the inspiration needed to these police officers to allow us into the building.
Contrast the reality of what Jacob Chansley did in the Capitol building on January 6th, the indisputable facts recorded on video, some of which has never before been seen, with the depiction of Jacob Chansley that you've seen in the media for more than 2 years. He's a terrorist, they said. He should be killed.
Shoot him. Yeah. Shoot him. Like, you burst into the United States, if he was dressed like bin Laden, would you have shot him?
Shoot him. Shoot him. It makes you wonder, who are the violent extremists here? So as you saw, and again, details matter because this is a man. This is an American citizen, a Navy veteran. This is a human being. And so what he...
Now, I'm pretty sure that the majority of you guys have probably watched this yourselves. And I don't want to go through the whole thing just because it just crazy. It just pisses me off, obviously. But I wanted to go at least to the QAnon shaman, air quotes on that, so that y'all could see.
Albert Watkins represented Jacob Chansley.
This part. Hold on.
Albert Watkins represented Jacob Chansley at his trial. He had not seen that video evidence until we broadcast it on Monday, and we're happy to have him join us now. Mr. Watkins, thank you for coming on. If you could just restate clearly, just to make sure that, I don't want to put words in your mouth. Had you seen that clearly exculpatory tape of your client at trial?
No. We went through...
They did not give his lawyer these videos. They didn't give these videos to the judge. They didn't even give it to the judge.
Extraordinary efforts on behalf of our client to put him in a position of knowledge. That's my duty as an agent of the court, to make sure that he knew everything that the government had, good and bad, to put him in that position to make a learned, informed, voluntary decision about whether to go to trial or take a plea. And remember, this is a man who had tremendous intelligence, very gentle, very, very articulate, who was diagnosed 15 years earlier by the government with a mental health issue. And the government knew that. The government knew through 3 hearings when we begged and pleaded to get this man out of solitary confinement, literally falling into an abyss mentally. And through each of those 3 hearings, that government assistant U.S. attorney knew. The most important aspect of that hearing was that Jake was not violent. The government knew. They knew that Jake had walked around with all of these police officers. They had that video footage. I didn't get it. It wasn't disclosed to me. It wasn't provided to me. I requested it. I filed the requisite pleadings for it. And whether I did or not, they had a duty, an absolute duty, with zero discretion to provide it to me so that I could share it with my client.
So very simple question. It's shocking that this could happen and happen with the knowledge of Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger and Chuck Schumer and all the ghouls around the story. How can this man still be in prison tonight? He's still in jail tonight, right now.
Well, it's a tragedy. I mean, what's happened is truly a dagger in the heart of our American justice system. We can't allow it. And but for you disclosing it, and whether this isn't about you.
If Tucker hadn't put that out there, and if McCarthy had not given all his 41,000 hours to Tucker, that poor guy would probably rot in there for, I think it was 4 years that he was. This is insane.
This isn't about January 6th. This is about our justice system being so compromised. The very integrity and core of that which we wore as a badge of honor for the entirety of our nation's history has been rendered a vile, disgusting mess by a Department of Justice that was running amok. And they didn't share the video of my client, the footage of my client with 9 officers surrounding him peacefully, wandering about, trying to help him, trying to get him access to the Senate chamber. They didn't, because it didn't fit their narrative. And but for you disclosing it, I don't know where we'd be.
Yeah,
why they're attacking you makes no sense at all. Because by doing that, they're shrouding in secrecy, or trying to, their own assault on democracy.
Yeah, I mean, it's dogs barking to me. Speaking for myself, I don't care at all. But I feel for this man who I've never met, sitting in jail tonight. I mean, it's really beyond.
He is a tremendous, intelligent, peaceful man.
Albert Walker.
Unfrigging believable. Oh, but it's not weaponized. Our Department of Justice, it's not weaponized, not at all. Bullshit. And the fact that we're seeing all this happening right in front of us in real time, I feel even more now that I can't do anything. I can't do anything to make any kind of an impact except for this. And not much of an impact, but I'm grateful. I'm so grateful to those of you that have subscribed and those of you that are here every Thursday. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry that I kind of cussed a couple times, which, I've been trying not to as much, but yeah, about that. I'm not doing so well on that, especially not when I'm pissed off about insanity like what's happening now. Oh, here we go. 9 minutes till 7 o'clock. I'm surprised his nibs isn't over here barking at me. I probably just jinxed it. Knock on wood. I'm trying to not yawn again, but... Oh, Shiloh. Say no more. How many? 'Cause boys is plural. How many boys did you raise? did you combine China and Kiev together into one word? Is that what that was? Because I put that there as so I wouldn't get flagged and I wouldn't get kicked off. You know what I mean? So I could, Chyna the wrestler. 3 boys. Holy shit. Well, my daughter-in-law's doing that right now. 3 boys. That's Raz and Timo. Sorry for the yawning. I'm really looking forward to getting a better setup because I realized I can't switch everything. Most of the people that believe that, I didn't know that was Chyna Div. I don't know how to say that, but why would people think that was what 45 is talking about? That's just ridiculous. People are so stupid sometimes. But this is my point of view, what I gave to you tonight. That everything that I'm seeing, and it's creepy weird to me to see something I went through playing out on freaking national television in front of me. Practically, like, one thing after another. Exactly. Putting it on Rumble when I'm done. And I'm also going to figure out how to make it so that I can automatically upload to Rumble from now on. Because censorship sucks. And yeah, censorship sucks. So now that I've completely gone off the deep end with all of this, which I apologize for, but I mean, what you got, that was me. This is how I see things, and this is how pissed I am. Because I'm sitting here and I can't do anything. I can't do a damn thing. I feel completely freaking useless. Oh my goodness, Shiloh. 32 years. How are you not insane? Oh my goodness. God bless you. Good night, Craig. Battery's gonna die. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call this one because this might help me to stop yawning. Damn it. All right. Thank you guys very much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate the support. And I have put up some, what do you call it? There are 2 ways if you wanted to donate. It's, yes, Shiloh. It's just that I'll be in it, and then when I'm not in it, so it is what it is. I don't like feeling helpless and not be able to do anything about anything that's happening. That's the long and the short of it. So all I can do is my tiny little bit of this. Tiny little bit. So with that, thank you. I love you guys. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. All 186 of you. You rock. I'm on the way to 200. And let's hope the insanity gets knocked the hell out and knocked down. 'Cause this is nuts. This is just plain nuts. It really is insanity. It's just crazy. I love you too, brother. I love you too, Shiloh. And with that, I'm going to call it a night. And thank you, everybody, again for being here. I really appreciate it.